Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke and this is
William.
And I got to tell you, I'm just super excited. I just got out of the theater for Superman. I saw the Amazon early screening. It is today. It is the 8th on Tuesday.
All right.
Our commenters said they were excited about getting it on the final trailer for Superman that we released on the channel a few weeks ago. And so I went ahead and got the tickets on that day. Been waiting for weeks.
And you saw this in Washington, D.C.?
DC in AMC IMAX, which isn't like the IMAX that you're accustomed to, but it's a great experience.
All right. So I have not seen it. In our other trailers, you can probably tell that I am on the fence. I'm not the biggest Superman fan. I've got that whole Bats is a kind of god, even though he's not complex. I like Batman a lot more than Superman. I've also stated in other ones that I'm not really sure if James Gunn knows how to not do Marvel in the DCU. So I've got a couple questions. This will be as close to non-spoilery as possible so that you can judge for yourself. We've seen lots of other reactions online. I'm trying to dodge those. Again, I won't be able to see this movie for some time because I live in Japan and they always get stuff released later.
Right.
And do I need to see it? That's going to be some questions for me to ask Louis today. We do want to talk about movies and other movies. We're doing reactions to lots of different shows. So if you enjoy this content, make sure to chime in down below. Join us on the couch, become a tater, hit like, leave a comment, and if you feel so inclined, subscribe. So are we ready to do this, Lee?
Let's do it.
All right. So first, as you guys know, we have a priority report. Priority 1, you need to change your life schedule. You need to see this as soon as you can. Priority 2, you probably should see it, make it a point, but life comes first. Priority 3, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. You don't. After seeing it in IMAX, probably with lots of other people who enjoy it, who wanted to support it. For people who have not seen the movie, what priority should they place it? What do you think?
This is a priority 1.
Priority 1 for everybody. Just go see it.
Yep.
It is summertime. Go see it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the quintessential summer blockbuster. And I'll give you a hint. There were 3 or 4 trailers that happened beforehand. One of them was Wicked, Fantastic Four, and another one was the Cat and Hat trailer. Right? I liked all 3. So.
But we reacted to several Final Fantasy or Fantastic Four trailers, and the new Wicked trailer, and you just did Cat in the Hat. So are they the same?
You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw Cat in the Hat in that theater, it didn't hit me as much as those other 2 trailers hit me. It was it was turned up a notch. If that makes sense. Wicked turned up a notch. Fantastic Four turned up a notch. Cat in the Hat not so much. And so that's me telling you as William and the audience, like the capacity for the summer blockbuster was there, and Superman hit it.
All right. So we're going to break this down a little bit into first the priority report. We've done that. We're going to talk a little bit about some business movie ideas, and then we're going to talk about the cast, the storytelling, and that kind of stuff. So if you want to follow along or kind of skip stuff. So my next big question for you. We've had other attempted blockbusters this year. Is this the $1 billion blockbuster of the year? Do you think this will be in the $1 billion club?
Yeah.
Because James Gunn was interviewed and he said, if it's about the 700 million, I don't care. We don't need to make that. But I've seen lots of people that I respect that are other reviewers that have said, like, it's amazing. They really like it. They saw it as well. So... But is this pundit speak, or do you think this will really be, because this is our first really big family, everybody can go summer blockbuster since summer vacation started?
So let's talk about scheduling, because scheduling is a massive part. If you look at every other $1 billion movie from every other $1 billion franchise, they had weeks to go after the movie came out for people to see it multiple times. And this is a movie I do believe people will watch multiple times. But Fantastic Four comes out in 2 weeks.
And they rolled a Marvel trailer before it.
Correct.
Which I guess they can't really control that.
They did Universal, Warner Brothers, and Marvel. I mean, they did the whole spectrum.
Okay. Yeah. So you got that as a maybe.
It's got the makings for $1 billion, but I don't know that the schedule.
Because I think if he can swing $1 billion on his first film, it will probably weigh in a lot to what future movies and projects Warner Brothers will let him handle. Right? Yeah. Like, okay, you need to divvy this off. You need to do this project, or we'll let it. Because I think he's also doing the Supergirl movie as well. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely one thing there. All right, so possible $1 billion club, priority 1. Overall story, out of a scale from 1 to 10, without anything, where would you put it?
A high 7.
High 7. Okay, so it's not like Matrix 1. You've never seen it before. Break your brain, but also not just dumb after dumb after dumb. Enjoyable. Could you compare it to another another larger film?
Sure. Story-wise? When you watch, if you were a child in 1977,
okay,
Star Wars was a kids movie masquerading as an adult movie. Yeah. This is that.
Okay. So, I mean, we've seen in the trailers and the promo footage, the coloration, the color theory, the cinematography looks very child friendly, right? Like the color tones are like this is green, this is blue, this is red, very bright, which is very different than what we had in the previous DC universe.
It does look like a comic book.
Okay.
Visually.
All right. Okay. So, how do you know what the runtime of that movie was? Did it feel long, like story wise? Did it drag, or was it just like we're doing the thing?
So it was 210, I think.
210. Okay.
I think. Yeah, I think it was about 210. It felt like a 210 movie, so it wasn't slow.
Okay.
But it wasn't too fast.
Because I personally like the Snyder Superman, but even the first time I saw it, I was like, man, this is dragging at some points. And it's just like...
Yeah, the Brandon Routh Superman was dragging also. So, yeah.
Okay.
This Superman movie doesn't drag. As a matter of fact, there were times where I was like...
Can we get a couple more minutes? Can we slow down?
I mean...
Okay.
Because it is... it's very quick.
Okay. Well...
It is a non-stop action thrill ride. I mean, it does have that kind of energy.
Okay. With that said, so the story, like a 7-ish, it moves along in that 2.5 hours.
High 7. Close to an 8. Okay. Yeah, close to an
8. This cast is stacked to the gills with A-listers and very recognizable actors.
Correct.
Okay. So, overall, before we break it down into actual like headliners, okay, I want to know, do you think James Gunn nailed it? Did he succeed in his goal of a successful DC start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because again, everybody who's watching this, like I said, the movie's really delayed. I have 3 kids. It cost me like $40 a person to see a movie in Japan. So it's a big deal to go to the movie. So I want to support this. I want the movies to be good, but I haven't seen the last 3 Marvel movies in the theater. So do I need to go see a DC movie? Okay. So you think he did it do you have something?
Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff. I mean,
okay.
So, not a spoiler because we talked about it openly, that it's in one of the featurettes.
Okay.
That Lois knows who Superman is.
Yeah.
So, they take that and give not everyone, they don't tell everyone Superman's identity.
Yeah.
But They don't act stupid. Like they're not completely naive. People, this is a very 2025 movie. Where like the characters have they grew up with the internet.
Okay.
Like, and they don't use the internet as a plot point. What I'm saying is they have like they're cynical, they're smart. But it's very 20 like it, you don't see the golly gee willikers from like the 60s. And they even do that a little bit with Man of Steel, where everyone's just a little naive to who Superman is and what's happening here. They don't necessarily do that here. And then the other thing, how do I say this? The power scaling is very thoughtful.
All right.
Damn near perfect, I would say.
Okay. All right.
Because you see in the, like, it's the opening scene, he's making the Yamcha scene. He's making the Yamcha pose in the snow. That's the opening scene of the first trailer we saw. Yeah. Like, who beat up Superman?
Yeah. Who showed him what's up?
Who showed him what's up? Because we've seen in previous iterations a Zor-El, right? Yeah, Zor-El. Or not Zor-El. Azad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Azad. Yeah, Azad.
We've seen Zod and a few other things in the comic books and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, this makes sense. This is thoughtful. It's almost perfect. Like I said, it's like I don't know that they could do better. And then they nailed a few of the Superman tropes. That so much so that it's almost over the top. But they nail his like truth, justice, and the American way. Not letting people die. They nail it hard. Also, they nailed the making him relatable, which I said that's like the most difficult part.
So that's in the trailer. Going into that about the casting, I actually another channel here on YouTube. They do different interviews. They talk to people, and one of their members was recently interviewing the cast for a different channel, and I actually have never watched the actor playing Clark Kent / Kal-El in an interview.
Corenswet.
And Corenswet. So David Corenswet. And when I watched him in those interviews, I was like, okay, I like this better. Because all I had seen were those little snippets from the trailers we've seen. Yeah. So I wasn't 100% sure on him. So let's move into the cast here.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So like I said, we're stacked. Okay. We got lots of stuff. Was there any one actor / character that was like breakout? Wow, they nailed it 100% for you.
Yeah, I mean, our Lex Luthor was.
Okay, so Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult was perfect.
Nicholas Hoult, yeah.
I can't say he's perfect. He's perfect for James Gunn. James Gunn's vision, he nailed it. He nailed it hard.
Okay.
He nailed it.
Okay, so he did it. So,
you know how like when we were growing up, we never really understood like why does Lex Luthor hate Superman? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
They cover it.
They don't cover it, but
it's understandable.
The way it's relatable because of our interactions with AI. Imagine, if you will, you're an artist.
Yeah.
And then AI comes to the picture and you have something that can produce things that
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Similar vibe.
Okay. So let's just go over a couple of the leads, some of the bigger names here. So as Soups, David Corenswet as Kal-El, also known as Clark Kent, because he's always Kal-El. Clark Kent is the suit he puts on.
Yeah, his Kal-El's right. His Superman is right. You don't get a lot of Clark Kent. In fact, you get very little. So he's in the suit a lot.
Okay. What about our new Lois Lane,
Rachel
Brosnahan? Yeah.
She's really good.
I've heard that some people really like her. Like she nailed Lois Lane.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this in the trailer that when they do the interview with Superman and Lois Lane, and Superman gets frustrated in the scene because he's like farm boying pretty hard, and it's like no, but she wins Pulitzers. Like she's brilliant and a cynic, and she is this person, right? Yeah. Whereas he's true justice in the American way. She's a cynic. Like she doesn't trust anyone. She's trying to get the scoop. Yeah. So.
Okay. And Nicholas Hoult, you already said, a great Luthor for this franchise. Nailed James Gunn's what you can think vision of Lex.
Plays brilliant supervillain to a T.
Okay, because the last thing we saw him in was, I think there's a vampire movie where he's Nicolas Cage's ghoul. And before that, for me, I just finished watching the whole MCU and X-Men. He was Hank. He's Henry McCoy, and he's the Beast in the original X-Men First Class. So
you've never seen the Hulu series where he plays Peter? It's called The Great. He plays watch that. He's phenomenal. He's like, yes, I say, haha. People who watch this will understand. Haha, I say, haha.
Okay.
They'll get it. They'll think that's funny. The Great. Okay. It's hilarious. It's a really funny dark comedy.
Okay. One of my favorite actors. I love almost every show he's ever been in. Nathan Fillion. He plays our Green Lantern guy, Gardner. I've heard some people say that they don't like the way the ring looks.
It's goofy. It's goofy.
Okay. All right.
But I don't like Nathan Fillion nearly as much as you and Aaron and Hank. And I thought it was right. I thought it was like, okay, he did it. He did it.
Because they have a deal that like he is in everything Gunn does. So
he and the guy who played the Mohawk person in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, right?
Michael Rooker.
Yeah, I didn't actually see Rooker in there first. It says Superman Robot 1 in IMDb. I didn't see him.
Okay.
He might have just been the voice of one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We have Isabella Merced. I don't know how it's a hot girl.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. I mean,
Miley Alcock is Supergirl. Maria Gabriel de Faria is an engineer. One of the things
that's a big character. That one.
Okay.
The engineer is that big character.
Okay. Bradley Cooper was leaked at the Comic-Con panel. I think that he is Jor-El.
Yeah.
The father of Superman. I think that's interesting to put him in that role because he's actually up there in age but looks younger. So he could play that well.
Sure.
How was Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr.?
Yeah, good.
Good? Okay.
Sure. I mean, he was. You talked about. He was.
He was.
No. I almost spoiled it. Like.
Okay.
I just didn't want to spoil.
Okay, so yeah, Luke's trying his best. Anthony Kerrigan, who plays Metamorpho. He is one of my favorite actors from Fringe, the Fox TV show. When I saw an interview with him, they were asking, what do you think is going to happen? Because he's in a bunch of different groups in the DC universe. Yeah, in different movies. So he could think, here's my big thing. How is our Jimmy Olsen?
Very good.
Very good. Because the last Jimmy Olsen we had was from Supergirl. And it was the tall African-American actor had replaced him.
It wasn't Jeremy Jordan. It was somebody else. Okay.
No. Skylar Gisondo.
Yeah, he's like comic book accurate from what I understand.
Okay, all right. How is Mr. Terrific? Somebody who's been more popularized recently in animation, but was more of like you had to be a DC fan to like him before, like a comic reader.
Yeah, he's
cool. Is it good? Is it?
Yeah, like okay. There's a scene with him that's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know how else to say it, but it happens on a beach, and it's really cool.
Okay, I'm trying to look at some of the other cast here that I know. How is Wendell Pierce as Perry Mason or as Perry White?
Perry Mason. What I'll say is this is like very. When I say that there's not a whole lot of Clark Kent,
yeah,
there's not a lot of Perry.
Okay, because I guess we don't need a lot of that right now, right?
There is like a
Superman,
but there's like a scene where he's in it, and it's like, oh yeah, this is the Perry, okay. You know, and it's a short scene.
How fun!
There's a lot of chaos, and he's just that guy.
Okay, how funny is Alan Tudyk as the voice of the robots in the?
Yeah. I wouldn't have known it was him.
Oh really?
No, yeah. His voice isn't so indescribable that I don't know it's him.
All right.
So,
and the last one, the most pivotal person to interact with Supes is, what's her name? Neva Howell as Martha Kent and Pruitt Taylor Vince as Jonathan Kent. Or do they nail it? Are they Supes? Are they Clark Kent's parents? Not Kal-El. Are they Clark Kent's parent? Midwest. Do you feel it when you hear them talk?
Yep.
That's it.
It's a Superman movie. There's not a lot of Clark Kent.
All right.
Like a lot of Superman.
So we've dragged it on. Overall rating. Story, the actors. This is the beginning of the DCU. You said it's a priority one. The Superman is nailed. Lex Luthor is on point. We got lots of other characters in here who are cool, that have different scenes. Do you have any final words for people who might be on the edge about if they need to see it or not?
Yeah. So this is low 8.
Low 8
for me. You asked me about the story. The story is high 7. The movie is a low 8.
Okay.
What I'll say for people who are going to watch this, and in my theater, I could count on one hand the amount of children, like under 15.
Oh, wait. Okay. So preteen, like teenager down.
Not many people. It was mostly adults. Okay.
Does it need to be seen in IMAX or like the AMC IMAX or regular?
No, I think it can be seen in a normal theater. You know, as long as you have good sound, because there's great sound. There's great sound in it.
Well, Gunn likes his sound and music, right? Like that's his thing.
What I'll say is, it is like there's an aspect of it that is for young people.
Okay.
So if the movie doesn't give you childhood aspirations, childhood feelings, whatever, then it may not be for you.
Okay.
But it's not immature. It's mature, but it's for children. Like it's not, and I wouldn't call it a kids movie. But it's for children in the same way, like Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars.
That's what it sounds like to me when they asked George Lucas about this, and he's like, "It's for children."
It's for children.
It's like, I think recently Nathan Fillion was asked about something James Gunn said, and it's like, just calm down. It's just a movie, guys.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the movie. So
this is a movie I would rewatch in the theater.
So this is a theater double up.
There's a lot happening.
Okay.
Like a lot happens, and then I got one final thing to say. It's not a spoiler. It's kind of a spoiler.
Okay, so if you don't want to hear it, skip this. Okay, this is your spoiler warning. Possible spoiler warning.
There are no Batman references. There's no Bruce Wayne references. No. Nothing.
Okay, that's not a spoiler. That's James Gunn has mentioned in interviews that he has a bats problem, and he doesn't know what to do about it.
That's hilarious because when I see this universe, I'm like, oh, a Batman fits in this universe perfectly. I know exactly where to put him. I know exactly who he would be. When you see, oh, we did the spoiler warning. We did it.
No.
Okay.
No, okay. Don't. When you see someone.
No.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you see the technology used, you're like, oh, okay.
Okay.
A human in a suit could theoretically do what Batman does.
Okay.
It's not because in Man of Steel, it's like, oh, a human in a suit would have a tough time in this universe.
Yeah.
With people like Wonder Woman and with people like the Superman in that universe.
Yeah.
In this universe, technology is being used. You're like, okay, I can see a guy in a suit.
I heard
Batman.
Earlier description, which I kind of didn't like because I was so used to it, was this is the Superman ideology from like 80s Superman, like the truth, justice, and America way that, but the action / abilities of Superman are more like Superman the animated series before Justice League.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So it's just like, even in that, he wore suits from time to time to protect him from stuff or to enable him, because he is not a god. He's a super humanoid.
Yeah.
Like with abilities that normal people do not have.
I think that's right. Right. I don't think he wears a suit in space. So
okay.
Like he doesn't go into space necessarily, but space. But like they're aware of his physiology.
Okay.
Like
all
the
right.
humans know that
like he's not here from Earth.
They know that he's not from Earth.
Okay.
They already know about some weaknesses and some strengths.
Okay.
So
all right. Well, I think that's all we've dragged you guys on for like 25 minutes here.
Right.
I'm a little bit more swayed. I kind of want to see it now. The report's coming out, and Luke saying that it's a strong 8 here. A lot of these actors I really love. After watching that Nerdist interview, I really kind of want to see what these guys can do. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'll take my kids to see it or not, but Luke said he would be willing to see it again. Yeah. So if it's that good, we might have to. Here on the channel, we like to react, talk about, break down all sorts of stuff, not just movies and TV. So if you'd like to join us here on the couch and become a tater, just like us, you can leave a comment, subscribe, become a member down below. We have that too, and it helps the channel out, help grow. So let us know below. Did you see it already? Are you going to see it? What's your priority right now? And until next time, I guess it's later, taters.
Oh, later.